right, everybody, it's live on KEXP, and I'm your host, Troy Nelson, from listener-powered, independent 90.3 KEXP, broadcasting live in Seattle and streaming 24/7 at kexp.org and our free mobile apps. And these live performances are made possible by people like you. So thank you so much for supporting KEXP. I am so grateful to be in the KEXP live room where we are playing a little game of how much Seattle music history can we fit in one room. And I am talking about local band Rub. And Rub, if you're all ready, let's do this.
work together to get things done. Get things done. Open up your eyes, I'm trying to connect with you. Never gotta change if we don't come into something new. Open up your eyes, I'm trying to connect with you. Never gotta change if we don't come into something new. Open up your eyes, I'm trying to connect with you. Open up your eyes, I'm trying to connect. Never can it change if we don't commit to something new. I'm trying to connect with you. Open up your eyes, I'm trying to connect with you. Never can it change if we don't come into something new. Open up your eyes, I'm trying to connect with you. Never can it change if we don't come into something new. Open up your eyes, I'm trying to connect with you.
You're listening to Rub live here on KEXP. Rub, live here in the KEXP live room. Always fun. I've seen this band many times. Always a party, always uplifting, and thank you all so much for coming to the KEXP studios to share your music with everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for having us.
Fantastic. Love it. So much talent in this room, and I've seen all the bands that everyone's been involved in over all the years. We're going to get to that very soon. But just thinking of all of your music history, I mean, we'll start with you, Princella. You've been in Seattle a long time, but you grew up in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious what it was like growing up in the Cincinnati music scene with clubs like Bogart's and Top Cat and going to a lot of house shows. What was it like going to house shows in Cincinnati when you were young?
Oh, you know, it's a really gritty city in a lot of ways. So it was pretty wild. I actually threw some house shows back in the day. I went to a lot of house shows. Bogart's was one of my favorite venues. I actually got to play there as an adult, and it's kind of like the showbox of Cincinnati, so it's huge, you know. And yeah, it was definitely a trip.
Yeah, I love it because you love so many different genres of music, but definitely punk rock was kind of where it started because you were listening to bands like The Addicts and UK Subs, and then also you love bands like The Pretenders. But I also know that your taste expands much further than outside of that genre. But let's snap to now, 2024, and you have recently been in the top 1% of listeners on Spotify for Janelle Monáe and Janet Jackson. How do they track this? How do I find out if I'm in a top 1%? How do you know this?
Spotify told me, and then Janelle Monáe sent a message to all of her top 1% fans and was like, thank you so much. I couldn't do it without you. And I was like, yeah, I'm paying those bills.
I mean, top 1%.
I know, it's weird.
So you're listening to that a lot.
Probably obsessively, yeah. But why wouldn't you be obsessed with her? She's so fabulous, you know?
That makes me curious to know, does that mean that Robbie is in the top 1% of Huey Lewis in the News on Spotify?
Yes.
You might want to look that up.
And also, top 1% of Janelle Monáe because of living with Princella, but Huey is definitely in top rotation. It's the heart of rock and roll.
All right.
It is the heart of rock and roll.
It is the heart of rock and roll. And so, as I mentioned before, so much talent in this room, and I've seen so many different iterations of all the bands that you've all been in. Let's talk about this for the listeners that may not know. All right, so Princella, you have played in bands like the Cute Lepers, Sweet Pups, amongst many others, and Taryn Dorsey. You have been in Wisconsin and also Night Train. And Night Train had a lyric in a song that said, "Chevy Chase all over my face." Uh-huh. I don't even know what that means, but I do. It's weird. I can imagine it. And also, drummer Bob. Bob was in the wildly popular band The Blakes, which my band got to go on tour with. Bob and I toured the East Coast together, and we had so much fun. That was like 10 years ago. And also Bob with the band Killer Workout. Robbie, you've been in Panama Gold, The Royal Bear, Trick Candles with Princella, and Malia, cool band Salt Lick. Which I really love. And also, Shaun, you come from Texas, and here you are playing with like 57 other bands right now, like Acid Tongue and Stephanie Ann Johnson and more. And it's just amazing that all of your musical journeys have all ended up right here in this group and in this room. It's pretty fascinating where music takes us. So I just love the history of all of you. And also, I wanted to play a really quick game with Rub, if you would be so kind. And I'm going to have Taryn and Princella be in charge of this. So I'm going to hand you a stack of trading cards of musical icons from the late 80s and early 90s. Ooh. And I want you to decide if you are in charge of who in the band gets what card, who would that be? In other words, if this card was in that stack, this card of the band Nelson, I would probably you would gift me this card. I'm also wearing my Nelson shirt because Robbie gifted me this shirt years ago, and it's my last name. So I'm going to hand you this stack and mention who some of these artists are and who in the band gets which artists. I'm going to hand these to you, Taryn. You and Princella can look at them. All right. I'm so curious who would get which musical icon from the late 80s, early 90s.
I don't even need to look any further. I'll take Lenny.
You're taking Lenny Kravitz?
Thanks so much.
Right.
She's waiting for a pants
Blessing.
incident.
Beautiful.
I think, Malia gets the Fleetwood Mac.
All right, Malia
I think
gets
Malia
Fleetwood
gets
Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. No, that one. I accept.
I can't help but give George Michael to Robbie.
All right, Robbie's getting George Michael.
I was hoping for Huey, but George will do.
I looked for Huey in these stacks of cards that I have in my house.
Let's see.
I thought maybe you would get Hall & Oates too, because Hall & Oates is in
Wow, that's really good.
there. Yeah.
These are really good cards. Bob. I'm like,
Yeah, who does Bob get?
Bob has Bob has such a vast music knowledge, music taste. It impresses me all the time. I love asking him questions about things I don't know. I'm going to give him maybe a De La Soul. I think I give him a De La Soul, yeah.
All right.
I feel like that's pretty Bob.
I thought it would be funny to give him Vanilla Ice, but I'm just saying.
I honestly would give that one to Robbie, but even though...
How dare you?
Well,
Which one does Shaun get?
yeah, what does Shaun get?
I got an MC Hammer in my hand.
Who was this?
What? This Fleetwood Mac. What do you got? I know.
Hall & Oates. Ooh,
Hall & Oates.
Hall &
I
Oates.
think you get some Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
Hall & Oates and MC Hammer. I mean, we're all very,
I'm going to say there's some sick bass playing on Hall &
yeah.
Oates songs, so I could see that. And Shaun is a fantastic bass player. All right, I like where that's all going. Princella, I have yours though, so you don't have to pick one.
Okay.
Because I'm giving you 4 different Janet Jacksons and a Pretenders.
Do I get to keep them?
Yes, I'm going to hand them to you right now.
Oh my, it's like Christmas on KEXP. Wow. Oh, these are great Janets too.
You can show them to the camera if you want.
Yeah.
And
Did we get Malia?
Nice.
Malia got Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
And so I just have all these cards at my house. They're like 80s rock stars,
Yeah.
you know? And there were some names that I've never even heard of before. And so
Troy,
just
did
pulled
you
out.
know that I bought a headset condenser mic that Janet Jackson wears because it's her condenser mic?
No way.
Yeah,
How did
that's
you
the-
find out which condenser mic she used?
I Googled it. I was like, what mic does she use? Because she's like one of those people, she probably uses the same one and has since the 80s. Like, she's very loyal,
Yeah.
you know? And she did, and I own it now.
Is that what you use live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
typically.
I love that. I love that. And so the first single from Rub, Contentment, which we heard here today. You have a new single that's coming out this week. Open Up Your Eyes, which also we heard today, accompanied by a music video. When can we see this music video for Open Up Your Eyes?
Music video is going to be at Life on Mars. We're doing a little release show
Cool.
where we're going to play the video. We're going to DJ with some great friends DJing.
Yes, I will be there.
Including Troy, DJ Troy Nelson, and also DJ Abby are going to be doing the show with us. So it'll be really fun. Come by Life on Mars between 7 and 10 on Thursday.
And will this video's not on YouTube yet?
Not yet. It will be starting Thursday.
Starting Thursday. So look out for the new single, Open Up Your Eyes from Rub. Rub, wonderful having all of you, and you always just lift the energy when I'm around all of you. So thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. You've been listening to Rub, live on KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.